people? Yo! Hey people, hope everybody's doing good out there. Woo! What a day, right? What a day for me. Okay, so I'm doing some tests right here, people. Doing some fun tests. Yeah. Hell yeah. We're not getting hit with feedback, that's what we're doing here. Okay, so let me show you what's going on here. Oh yeah, maybe the loop is working too. That's a good version of Don't Say a Word, Don't Say a Word, maybe lose me right now. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Oh. This is what it can bring. I was just doing a video on my phone with the studio area for a little while. I think we're doing good. And let's start streaming on WoWs now. Start streaming on WoWs. This is pretty WoWs right now. Yeah, so I'm just doing a stream. Not a stream, I was just recording video because I was getting everything set up on the computer. It looks better when I look not into it. I just like looking at it. So here's what I'm looking at. This is why I'm looking at it. There's monitors and I'm testing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 streams at one time right now up there, and I'm about to. This looks so cool. It's so trippy. So like, what is going on right now? Where are we right now? For some reason there's so I have a very confusing set right here. This is things I look at, people. This is where I have all of my clips, video clips and stuff like that, and I was trying to test it out with a lot of video clips, or just 2 video clips, so I could test out how many different streams I could handle at one time. Let me test to make sure this is working too. I don't want to lose this. Yeah, so I was testing out hello? Okay. Seems to be working. Yes. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I was testing out, trying to do 5 streams at once. So I'm thinking the way I can stream is have it where I have several channels. I'll have the instruments channel as well as play tubas, or bina. I can do 2 of those at a time. And then some raw footage as well as the edited footage. And then also being able to stream very quickly on other channels, like the tools channel. Talk about tools, we can quickly hit a button and stream to tools. Something's funny happening, stream to the funny channel, all this stuff. And so I wanted to test, because I'm planning on getting a new computer and returning or selling this computer, I think. This PC. Hey player. And so I wanted to see how many streams could it handle. Because this CPU has 16 cores. And 9 of them CPUs, that's like the most important metric. And right now, I'm streaming to 2. I'm streaming to 2 channels, and we're at 65% CPU, which you can't really see. I can't really show you, because this wire isn't long enough right now. It's something that we'll fix in the future, but right now, this desk setup is weird. It's weird, people. So yeah, I was doing this video while I was waiting for everything to load and get figured out and trying to figure everything. My sound is off. Really? I don't think so. I just checked it on YouTube and my sound was on. It's on. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what I can do about that. Yeah, I see a bit of a delay. That might be because I'm running higher on CPU. Right now I'm at 65% CPU filled out by just streaming to 2 channels, which isn't really great. I thought I'd be doing better than that. But let's try streaming to the 3rd channel now. Now we're also going to be streaming to Instruments channel. Also, I couldn't figure out how to unzoom it. So we're just like really just a headshot now. You can't really see the guitar. I was trying to figure out how to do these things, I just couldn't do it. That's alright though. Also, to learn how important or how valuable this test will be, because there's so many factors. Just running like a Mac operating system as opposed to PC, different hardware, different optimizations. But I feel like it's worthy to do this test while I have this. Something about getting a 16-core computer. It makes a big difference on what kind of computer I get, what CPU you get, what stats you get, what specs. And I have that same or another 16-core CPU. Maybe it's because I have to move my thing a little bit, my window a little bit, with my mouse, because it's 2020, early 2020. This isn't figured out. Maybe it's because I'm looping. I don't think I'm doing some looping. Maybe you get disoriented by the loop. The loops in the back. So now we're streaming to 3 channels and we're at 66% CPU. Other than that, that's good though. It's a new bag. We also have, for some reason, I don't know why this is happening, but you can see here. Actually, you can't see it. Oh yeah. You can't really see it because everything's weird. That's what I was explaining before. I have like a double chroma key thing happening where you can't see it, but I can see it. And you can see weird couches in weird places when I aim it there. So the point is that there's also an extra instance of me in the chroma key in the background. You can't see it here though. In this shot. I don't think. You can see it in other shots, but not this shot. Because I'm so zoomed in here and I don't know how to zoom out. But it might be relevant for the troubleshooting, or not troubleshooting, but the stress testing of the system. Although I think that probably runs on GPU. And the GPU, can we see where we're at with the GPU right now? I'm gonna look at it. Does it show me GPU on Test Manager? Yes, we're at 94% on the GPU. I will not be at all remiss of Windows. Is remiss the right word there? I don't know. I won't miss it. Won't miss it at all. To what? You know what? So I think I'll play some songs. First, I'm gonna do a bit more of the stress testing. Woo! at 49% CPU approximately now. Now we're streaming on 4 channels. Hey. Let's also get, I don't know. Oh no, the Mac is about to turn off. You can't just turn off midstream, Mac. This won't be a problem. You have one computer and things are simpler in early to mid 2020. Okay, where are we at here? Trying to get to the chords. Let's see if it's gonna work. Okay, so now doing that extra string didn't really seem to do anything. It shot 66% CPU. That's pretty cool. I also don't know if it's gonna be a difference. I was kind of explained this before, but I wasn't able to get it so it's got different things. For some reason, first off, Spout wasn't working at all. Spout's a routing video software. Couldn't figure out how to make it work. NDI wasn't working either. I can only do one NDI instance. That's another video routing software. So the point is that in the use case, I will be having separate videos on each stream. I have these multiple streams in the future, which is what I'm trying to test. But right now I have 5 of the same videos streamed to 5 different channels. So I don't know if it's a helpful test in many ways, but it might be. Either way, we'll get the real test soon when I actually get the actual computer. But I think it's helpful to try this just to see if you can. Because right now we're at 76% CPU, streaming 5 channels. That'll do more than that. But anyway, I'll probably just play some music and get rid of this testing stuff, or look away from it. I'm listening to Supertramp a lot. Also, I probably won't stream for too long tonight. Hope everybody's doing well. I haven't streamed on this channel in almost a month. I streamed for the first time on a different channel, bina, last night. So it feels good to be back in the streaming time. Spending so much time not streaming. It feels very good to be back streaming. Not facing the right direction. Facing the wrong direction. It's kind of like this. For some reason it's not tight. So you think you're Romeo, playing part in a picture show. Take the long way home. Take the long way home. If you're the joke of the neighborhood, or should you care if you're feeling good? Take the long way home. Take the long way home. But there are times that you feel you're part of the scenery. All the greenery is coming down, boy. And then your wife seems to think you're part of the furniture. Oh, it's peculiar. She used to be so nice. Lonely days turn to lonely nights. You take a trip to the city lights. Take the long way home. Take the long way home. If you're the joke of the neighborhood, why should you care if you're feeling good? Take the long way home. Take the long way home. You never see what you wanna see, forever playing in the gallery. Take the long way home. Take the long way home. When you're up on the stage, it's so unbelievable, oh, unforgettable, how they adore life seems to think you're losing your sanity. Oh, calamity, is there no way out? Do 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 do. Does it feel that your life's become a catastrophe? Oh, it has to be for you to grow, boy. When you look through the years and see what you could have been, oh, what it might have been if you had more time. Oh, yeah. So the day comes to settle down. Who's to blame if you're not around? Take the long way home. Take the long way home. You took 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 the long way home. Da da da. The garden was blessed by the gods of me and you. We headed west to find ourselves some truth. Oh, what you wait, oh, what you wait. The garden was blessed by the gods of me and you. We headed west for to find ourselves some truth. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? We counted all our reasons, excuses that we made. We found ourselves some treasure and threw it all away. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Oh, what you waiting for? Now what you waiting for? When I dance alone and the sun's bleeding down, blame it on me. And when I lose control and the veil's overused, blame it on me. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What do you mean video's off? Please be more descriptive. Caught in the tide of blossom, caught in the carnival. your confidence forgotten. I see the gypsies run. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for now? What you waiting for? And when I dance alone and the sun's bleeding down, blame it on me. And when I lose control and the veil's overused, blame it on me. Oh, what you waiting for now? What you waiting for? What you waiting for now? What you waiting for? And when I dance alone and the sun's bleeding down, blame it on me. And when I lose control and the veil's overused, blame it on me. And when I dance alone, I know I'll go, blame it on me. And when I lose control, I know I'll go, blame it on me. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Now what you waiting for? So you mean the same thing that's happened before? Thank you. I don't know how to get this thing to go. Just go aim it more on me. There we go. I'd really like to get the guitar in this shot, but that's just not happening right now with this night setup. Oh, that's what I gotta do. I gotta aim more this way. No, I don't gotta aim more that way. I gotta aim more this way. Strange how strange that is. Hey, non-stop music. All right. It's kind of a strange request to make, like right away. Come with me, my love, to the sea of love. Oh, I want to tell you how much I love you. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. Come with me to the sea. Oh, love, the sea of love. I want to tell you how much I love you. Come with me to the sea of love. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. So, player, that same thing, it's just been the whole time when you said the sound was off, and you said the video is off, and the lip not syncing and delayed. It's just been the whole time. There's been an issue with the video, right? Let me also try, let me see this. Stats section. Do I have a stats section? I don't know if I have it. That's another thing too about using these two operating systems. Everything's different on Windows. Oh. Everything's different. And it's like, you think like, oh, it's not a big deal, you can just learn it. And it's not. But also you only have so much time, people. And it takes time to learn all these little different things about how this works and how that works. It just takes a lot of time to do it. It's just the video and all the sound. Like the sound sounds fine, but the video and the sound are a little bit off, I think. I can see that in my own live monitor. It looks like it just like, I don't know, a half second off or something like that. Stats, that's what I want, stats. Okay, so I don't know, we might be dropping frames right now. Do I have drop frames? It says that, I'm dropping 45% of frames, or missing. Oh wow. Okay, so according to this, I have zero frames working, I think. It says that I'm dropping 53% of frames, 54% of frames due to the network, which shouldn't be happening at all because it's connected via Ethernet. It says I've dropped 55,000 frames out of 103,000 frames due to the network, and that I'm missing 90,000 frames out of 198,000 frames due to rendering lag. Yes, I am what? Please be more descriptive. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, so I don't know if we're like skipping a lot of frames here. That's the one stream, and we're at 79% CPU and 97% GPU. So I could see why that'd be happening, missing frames due to rendering lag, because we only have one graphics card in there right now. We're streaming 5 streams at once. Let's check out the stats of these other ones. View stats. Let's put in some music too. Then we still got our thing here. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, so stats on the WoW stream is similar. Oh, maybe it's because, oh yeah, that's another bottleneck I have to be concerned about. No, actually I don't think it is. Because, okay, so the WoW stream says that I'm dropping 40% of frames due to rendering lag, but I'm still getting 51 frames per second. So maybe I'm streaming at like 60 frames per second, by accident or something. I should be streaming at 30 streams per second. Thank you. Let's see our OBS settings. Output. We are streaming at streaming at 60 frames per second. We do not need to be streaming at 60 frames per second. We're streaming at 60 frames per second for all these things. I think we could be streaming at 30 frames per second and we'd probably be fine. Let's check out this one. Are we streaming at... Okay, we're streaming at 60 frames per second there too. So probably all these are streaming at 60 frames per second, which is pretty insane. That's twice as much as we need, I think. And so our bit rate is 4 kilobytes per second. I think upload, how much upload speed do I have here? Let's do an internet speed test. I don't know how it's gonna affect it when I have that, but that is definitely something I was not thinking about when I was thinking of doing these multiple streams. I might have a network bottleneck because I don't know how many megabytes per second of upload I get, but each one of these takes about 4 megabytes per second of upload. Internet speed test. And I don't know if this will affect it either. It's thinking, but I'm still doing slight free. Okay, thanks. I'll also check this tomorrow too, you know, in post. I'll watch it to see what it's like. So I appreciate the more description and the more help in figuring out troubleshooting it, but also I don't want to make you, you know, feel like you have to do work or anything like that. So it's not necessary to you know, help me diagnose, but I do appreciate it. So download speed, we have 170 megabytes per second, 200. That's good. We're doing pretty good here with that. We're doing pretty good here, people. We're doing pretty good with that. And now we're at 86, 89% CPU. I guess maybe because I don't know. We're only getting 2 megabytes per second upload. Maybe that's because it's being used by the other things, but it is going up slowly. I don't really know. Thanks, player. I will sing a little bit. It says only 3 megabytes per second. Let's do a test there tomorrow. Okay, so mind me. Test the upload stream. Test the upload speed when there are no streams running to see how many megabytes per second I'm getting in upload speed when it is attached via Ethernet cable, period. Consider that this may be a bottleneck to doing many streams at one time, comma. Each stream takes approximately 3 megabytes per second of upload speed, I think. So I need to make sure that I have at least like 15 if I want to do 5 streams and more for some overhead extra space. And then also remind me in 1 minute to watch the stream from last night on all the different channels to see if it really is having that much dropped frames due to the network and frames missed due to rendering lag. So I'm guessing that's probably the cause of the lag between my voice and there, and then also some freezing too, because I just finished going through the stats and I'll see it more. So frames missed due to rendering lag, 40% on the WoW stream, 116,000 out of 290,000, and 63% dropped frames to the network on WoWs. So that is 76,000 out of 121,000. So it's quite a bit. So it would seem unwatchable, but also we're at 60 FPS, remember. So let's check out this other one. This is the instrument stream view. We're also still at 77% CPU and 97% GPU. So we will definitely be having a more powerful GPU, but the CPU will be on par with this on the new Mac. Encoding lag we're having issues with here. We have 16% skipped frames due to encoding lag and 10% frames missed due to rendering lag, 11,000 and 8,000 respectively, and in reverse order. And 52% frames missed due to drop frames due to the network, 28,000 out of 54,000. Our bit rate is 1600 kilobytes per second. And that one is at 30 frames per second. And the average time to render frame is 26 milliseconds. I'm not sure how much that matters, but I don't actually know how that matters. Okay, we have two more to check out now. The next one is the SKS stream, which I don't actually know if it's working. Possible that might not be working. Also, but it seems like it's working. Let's see what it says. It says we're live, and it says that we're dropping 52% frames due to network, 17 due to encoding lag, 17% due to encoding lag, and 10% due to rendering lag. We're doing 29 frames per second there, and 26 milliseconds average time to render the frame. And the last one, and then I'll check out PlayTubers again to see if that changed at all. Stats. This is where the real fun is, people. 49% frames missed due to rendering lag, 0 to encoding lag, and 68% drop frames to the network. This is on the, what stream is this on? I don't even know what stream this is. This is on bina stream. 50% and 68%. So it seems like there's some prioritization going on here, where some of these streams don't have any issue with encoding, but the encoding is because of the CPU. And since we're at 78% CPU, then that is why it's happening. And the rendering lag is because of the GPU, basically. And the GPU is consistently around 97%, but that's expected. And now I'm going to try shutting off some of these streams to see if that fixes it at all. So I'm going to shut off the SKS stream, and I'm going to shut off the bina stream. Or actually, maybe I'll shut off the instrument stream because it's not really fitting for instruments. So shut off instruments, and then maybe I'll stop WoWs too. Or maybe I'll stop WoWs after this one. Big Sur, maybe we'll play that one. Or maybe Funny Business by Alice Merton. I was listening to her a lot. Against the road, next to you is Central Coast. A pig would be kind of nice here. Behind the wheel against the road, next to you is Central Coast. The central thought within my mind is how to stay within these lines, but still be free. But still be free. Beneath the ground the giants sleep. Beneath the ground the giants sleep. Maybe we're just in their dreams. The setting sun with every turn above the ground of green. against the road next to you, essential cause, essential thought within my mind. Sad to stay within these lines, but still be free. Beneath the ground, the giants sleep. Maybe we're just in their dreams. The setting sun with every turn. Above the corn, the oak trees burn, and they weep for rain. And in this endless conversation, instigated by the stars, there we go. Little beat. A pocket knife, no guitar, a coffee cup and a deck of cards. Gooey, gooey, gooey feet, flashbulb children by the stream. A box of books, a book of rhymes, one for the birds, one for the nights. The hour learn how to turn this day to keep my life away. A box of books, a book of rocks, one for the birds, one for the nights. The hour learn how to turn around this day to keep my life from sliding away. From this endless conversation, instigated by the stars, a little wood to keep it burning. I don't think these chords are right. Let's check out the chords. I feel like it's happened enough times when I just don't know the timing that I think the chords are incorrect. I don't think I'll be incorrect. A box of books, a box of books, a book of rocks, one for the birds, one for the nights. And I will learn to tie around this day to keep my life from sliding away. From this endless conversation, instigated by the stars, a little wood to keep it burning, fascinated by it all. Stole the coals, the early morning river rolls. The last one in will break the break. Seats to stack, the kids will spike those lines. We're gonna come back to this one another time because that is also kind of whack. It's all kind of whack here, people. Sorry, I just coughed right in the microphone. I shouldn't do that. Remind me to fix the chords, but for Big Sur by Jack Johnson, there are missing chords and incorrect timing. Oh, people. Happy 2020, by the way. Happy 2020. This is the first stream I've done in 2020 on PlayTubers. Hope everybody has a great New Year, a great January. A great January 26th. Most of all, bells will be ringing. Sad, sad news. Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. My baby's gone. I have no friend to wish me greeting once again. Choirs will be singing silent night, Christmas carols by candlelight. Please come home for Christmas. Please come home for Christmas. If not for Christmas, by New Year's night. I also want to, I wanted to reset this test too, because it doesn't really make much sense. I don't reset the values. Okay, now reset this value. Okay, so now we're still streaming. How are we still streaming here? Getting tired. Here we go. Friends and relations send salutations. Sure as the stars shine above. But this is Christmas. It's Christmas, my dear. Oh, the time of the year to be the one you love. So won't you tell me you never more own Christmas and New Year's will find a home. There'll be no more sorrow, no grief and pain, and I'll be happy, happy once again. They sat in an abandoned luncheonette, sipping imaginary cola and drawing faces tabletop down. His voice was rusty from years as a sergeant on this man's army. They were old and crusty. She was 20 when the diner was a baby. He was the dishwasher, busy in the back, his hands covered with gravy. Hair black and wavy, brilliant teeth slit, a pot cleaning dandy. He was young and randy. Day to day, month to month, the they will always take their lives away, month to month, year to year. They all run together, all run together. Time measured by the peeling of paint on the luncheonette wall. They all sat together in the empty diner, filled with cracked china. The old news is blowing across the filthy floor, and the sign on the door read, "This way out." That's all it read. Doodly doo 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 doo. That's all it said. That's all it said. Oh, I like singing this high. We could probably start out low and go high, but also just singing it high too is nice. They sat in an abandoned luncheonette, sipping imaginary cola, and drawing faces and tabletop dust. His voice was rusty from years as a sergeant on this man's army. Oh, they were old and crusty, and she was 20 when the diner was a baby. He was the dishwasher, busy in the back, with hands covered with gravy. Hair black and wavy, brilliant and slick, a pot cleaning dandy. Hey. All right. Let's see how this goes now. Let's see the stats. I'm gonna stop soon, people. But okay, so we didn't really have any difference there in reducing the streams. Now we're at 54% due to rendering lag, 54% due to network, 53.6 and 54.8 to be more specific. And then that was play tubas on WoWs. We're at 48% due to rendering lag, and 60.6% due to the network. And now let's see this one. This is bina. On bina, we're at 54% due to rendering lag and 43% due to the network. And it's all since like 2 minutes ago. Or like that song, basically, that's what I did. So now I'm going to stop the WoW stream. And now we're just streaming to 2 channels. We're still at 80% CPU. Now we're at 70%, 65% CPU, 63% CPU. So I definitely lowered it. And now let's reset that. And now let's reset the play to. I think this would be the last or second to last song. Probably second to last song, because we can do 2 tests of these things. Two tests of these things, being we can test it with both of these, bina and play tubas, and then just test it with just play tubas and see if that makes a difference, just for science, basically. Okay, my little town. I don't know how that one goes. Bit of blue. It's going. Life ain't the same. 9 dream 9. This one's going, I think. No, long ago, was it in a dream? Was it just a dream? I know, yes I know. It seems so very real. It seems so real to me. So long ago, was it in a dream? Was it just a dream? I know, yes I know. It seems so very real. It seems so real to me. So dream away, magic in the air. There's magic in the air, I believe, yes I believe. More I cannot say. What more can I say? Ooh, baraka say, oh, hey, oh. All my love is yours, all my time is ours, all my reckless dreams, all my restless hours. No matter where you go, babe, I'll be there. No matter where you go, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh, my love is yours, oh my time is ours, oh my reckless dreams, oh my restless hours, oh my oh my love, oh my oh my love. All those setting suns, all those rising moons, from the Eiffel Tower to those deep lagoons. No matter where you go, baby, I'll be there. No matter where you go, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh, my love is yours, oh my time is ours, oh my love is yours, all those restless hours, oh my oh my love, Oh my, my. All my love is yours, all my time is ours, all my reckless dreams, all my restless hours. No matter where, no matter where you go, baby, I'll be there. No matter where you go, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh, my love is yours. Oh, my time is ours. Oh, my reckless dreams. Oh, my restless hours. Oh, my. Oh my love, oh my, oh my love. All those setting suns, all those rising moons, from the Eiffel Tower to those deep lagoons. No matter where you go, baby, I'll be there. No matter where you go, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh, my love is yours. Oh, my time is ours. Oh, my reckless dreams. Oh, my restless hours. Oh, my. Oh my love, oh my. Okay, and now let's check out the stats on the CPU and the GPU. Okay, so for some reason we're still at 51% drop frames in Play 2 is, and 50% drop frames in network. Script frames due to rendering lag and 50% to drop frames in network. I just reset it, now we're at 30% rendering lag, and see, I've never even checked it before on this computer, but I don't think there's ever been an issue, so I don't really know how much to trust those numbers. Go to stats here, and then we're at 50%. I'll just keep these windows open rather than having them close. Yes, we're right back there, right? Okay, I'm just gonna try ending the whole bina stream now, and then we can do one last little bitty. Gonna reset these, and then see if we're still having those same issues with just one string. Let's actually try. First off, I can do that. Which one's whole bina? Oh, it doesn't show me because it's stupid. Let's do here, view stats. Okay, so we're still missing due to rendering lag, which I guess makes sense because rendering 5 different streams, even though it's not streaming them, it's supposed to render them. That makes sense, but there's no problem with the network, and that's why the bit rate is back up at 6 megabytes per second, which is where it wants to be, because we're still streaming. We're at 41 FPS and it's red, so I guess it wants to be at 60, and the average time to render the frame is 21 milliseconds, which might account for the lag in the in terms of the voice. This would be helpful if I can learn this actually. So this is helpful just as it is, because we've already learned. And now, by the way, we're at 50% CPU and we're still at 97% GPU. So let's just try closing all these other instances of OBS, because each instance of OBS is still taking up at least 10% of the GPU right now, and at least 4% of the CPU. So let's try closing all these and see, because we're still at frames per second now, down to 26, 37 milliseconds to render the frame. Let's close one of these. Now let's reset it. Now we're at 14 milliseconds or 18 milliseconds, but we're at 57 frames per second. We're still at 96% GPU, but we are more. Our bit rate is better. It's still at 6 megabytes per second. We're still at 0% drop frames now. We haven't missed any since we stopped streaming on the second channel. And due to rendering lag, we're at 19%. But we're at 42 frames per second and 26. Actually, this would be easier. You know what, if I just take the camera and just show you rather than announcing it. Oh, it feels good to stand too. Can't wait till I get that better desk. You can't see that. You gotta see this. Okay, so yeah, can we zoom out a little bit? There we go. So that's where we're at right now. Does it make sense? I don't know. It'd be nice if I didn't have to hold it here perfectly still. That's where we're at now. It would be helpful to say it actually in case I just listen to this rather than talk. Watch. But now I'm going to close out another one of these. And now we're at 85%, no 95% GPU still. But I'll just go hit the reset button here too. Okay, so now we're at 60% frames per second, and average time to render the frame is 13 milliseconds, 12 milliseconds, and we're at only 0.5% frames dropped, frames missed due to rendering lag. And the GPU is still at 96%, but I guess right now the GPU is okay where it's at, where it's pretty good. It still takes a little bit of time to render the frame, and I wonder how much a millisecond is. How many milliseconds are in 1 second? 1,000 milliseconds. So, it's kind of a lot. So, I guess if it was off by, if it was taking 50 milliseconds to load before, then that would mean that it's off by not a half second. So I don't know if that accounts for all the lag and latency between the audio and the video, but it might. But yeah, basically, and we still have these two windows open right now, and our CPU's at 48%. So it's been helpful just to learn about computers and how they work. Now if I close out one of those, then reset it, now we're just hovering at 60 frames per second, and we're at only 10 megabytes, no, 10 milliseconds, 11 milliseconds average time to render the frame, because the GPU is just cranking at that, but it still is missing 0.4% of frames. It's missed 3 out of 1,000, so it's a pretty small amount that it's missing. It's doing pretty well, and there's no network issues now, and we're still at 6 KB per second, 6,000 kilobytes per second upload. I'm happy that I'm understanding what these things mean a bit more, like bit rate and stuff like that. It's just helpful to know what's going on rather than just saying, oh, like it's freezing. I don't know why. Now I can actually like kind of diagnose it and figure out what's going on. Also, this looks like so stupid with this background on my shirt. It just like, it's not that bad, but it could look so much better. Okay, so now we're just going to close this. Yeah, we're still at 3 out of 3,000. So basically, we totally fixed the rendering lag problem. We're at 45% CPU and 89% GPU. So I think that with the new 16-core Mac, I think that we'll be able to, I just closed the last one, other than this one. I think that we'll be able to do a lot more than this, because we'll have the same power GPU, and that GPU did crank up to about 80%, so we did have some encoding lag, so there might be issues doing 5 streams at once, but I don't know if I had encoding lag when I was doing 4 streams at once. That would be a good thing to test. But it's been helpful to test overall very much. I can still test that more. And that also depends on optimizations too of the Mac, so it's not really too important to do it here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So now we're still at pretty much the same stats as before. Same stats. 10 milliseconds. Oh, and now how about this? It is still a little bit off. The video is spot on right now. Seems like it's a little bit off, but not really though. Yeah, so that was definitely, or it seems like that was just a cause of my GPU not being powerful enough to render the frames quick enough. So right now it's rendering frames, each frame it renders in about 10 milliseconds, which is about 1/100th of a second. But I was saying before that it was taking 60 milliseconds, which is 600th of a second. So it's taking longer to actually process the image from the webcam and stuff like that and sync up with the audio, because the audio was there the same amount of time either way, I think. Because that's dependent on CPU, not GPU. And that's like quick, you know? But the GPU took longer. And then there was also the added issues with the network bottleneck and the GPU bottleneck as a whole outside of that's how I feel. Outside just the length of time it takes to render a frame, just adds dropping frames, just missing them. And then also encoding lag. The CPU is not encoding them. So, cool. I'm just gonna do one little last thing. I don't know if I'll do a song or not. I've been liking this George Ezra fella. Also, this is a good song. Never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend you're not a fool. I should've known you better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you. Ooh, ooh, oh yeah. Time can never mend the careless whispers of a good friend. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, I know you're not a fool. I should've known better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I've been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I dance with you. Ooh, oh yeah. Tonight the music seems so loud and good. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo, you. Ooh, I leave it all. My acres of the land I have achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, oh, but for you, ooh, I'd leave it all. Over you, I'd leave it all. You give me a change. And baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. So many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words out, I'll up and run all to you. Ooh, I'd leave it all over you. I'd leave it all. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you want it, then all of this will go away. Yeah, give me one good reason why I should never make a change. If you want, then make all of this just go away. Hey, 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 hey. My friends and family, they don't understand. They'd feel they lose so much if you take my hand over for you. I'd lose it all over you. I'd lose it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you want it, then all of this will go away. Yeah, give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Yeah, baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, gold and grand piano, my beautiful Castillo, you. Ooh, I'd leave it all over you. Ooh, I'd leave it all. Oh, that's a good song. Started to get into it towards the end too. Good song. Started to get the feel for it. Anyway, people, that's it. That's it, people. That's it. That's it. Over you. Okay. Hope everyone had a great time. Hope everyone has a great rest of January. The most important thing, January 26th, January 27th, more important 26th now. Almost. Not quite yet, people. Not quite yet. And really, sometimes the past is more interesting than history. Or more important. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you just ramble on and on. Sometimes. Alright, people. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had great enjoyment. And, it's been a helpful test in a lot of ways, so a lot of that will be helpful test in a lot of ways, and a lot of ways will be helpful test. So, it reminds me of a guy, Gabriel Gundaker is a comedian who did a thing on Twitter. He said, what did he say? I kind of want to see it. it's a stupid thing where he just repeats the same thing over and over again. Oh yeah, so I was going to the he's got a thing practicing my first set, going to first ever open mic this weekend. Would love some feedback.
It's not working. Every single time I go, the coin star is not working. Every single time I go to the coin star, it's not working. And it never works. I've been going to this coin star. Every once in a while I go to the coin star.
Oh man, you get it? He's going to the coin star and it's not working. And then there's like some kids that saw it who like retweeted it or who like were inspired to do the same skit, and it was pretty funny. Saw some of those videos. But anyway, people, ramble on about the coin star a little bit. We got the tests done. Helpful to understand how these computers work. Helpful to get the test done so we can get the better computer in the future, so all this can work better in the future. And sang some good songs. Got into it, so that was good. And that's it. That's January 26th for you. So everybody, have a great time. And I will see you later. Peace. Playtubers will be back a lot more soon. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it every week for the next few weeks, just to set the schedule out. I'm going to start streaming more on bina because I think I have that set up over there, and I might be streaming at a lower quality to make it work with that computer over there for a while. But yeah, I'll do at least once a month on Playtubers for the time being, for the next like month or two until I get the new computer set up. And then once that happens, the next few months there's going to be a lot more streaming, like every day, on bina and Playtubers every Sunday again, and probably more as well. And just like every day streaming, a lot more streaming soon. But yeah, for the time being, it kind of makes more sense because this stuff takes so much time to set up, and it's just not really worth investing the time in getting it, fixing something that's broken continually as much. It's good to come on and do the stream, just like get just come back and do it still, but a little bit less frequency just provides some more time to focus on building and getting everything up and running the way that it should be, the way that it's best to be sooner, and that's the main priority. So we'll be back soon, maybe next week, maybe later, but you can check more on the bina channel, and I'll be back there a lot more often. Maybe I'll be there tomorrow, and got good things coming, people. Life is very exciting. In many ways, for all of us, in many ways. And I'm going to go rather than ramble about all of us and excitement and stuff like that, rather than getting caught in one of those things where I explain things. Alright, people. See ya. Good night. So going to the coin star. Alright. Leave it off.